Hello everyone, my name is Uyên and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to review to you my latest production or latest craft, uh, the Moonchild Tarot. It was announced a few months ago and um, ordered by the few first precious guests that in Vietnam. And today I would like to introduce to you the final product of Moonchild Tarot, the final print. So today I'm staying at a cafe outside near my house, and it can be quite a bit noisy, but the scenery and the lighting is so good that I just have to review everything outside. But you will likely hear some sounds from neighbors and stuff like that. But yeah, I would like to review to you this beautiful deck that I just finished not so long ago, and this is one of the final prints that in the batch of the pre-ordered tarot. All right, so let's look at the let's look at Moonchild Tarot prints. So here I have this box. All right. This is the High Priestess in Moonchild Tarot, and I use her as the cover for the box. Moonchild Tarot, and this is the first edition. This edition, as you can see, will only be printed once for pre-order. It includes 90 tarot, 90 cards, 78 tarot cards, and 12 zodiac sign cards that you can use to read along with the tarot cards, and it includes also a book. Alright, so let's see inside. So I drew and designed everything on my own, and I drew everything on my own except for the font, the typeface. So as you can see, the typeface here is Aquila, and I will link down below the author, the designer of this font, if you guys like to know about it. And yeah, this inside the box. There's 90 cards that's only included in pre-order that ends on the 1st of December 2025. And there's a book that also again designed and written completely by me. I want you to look at the inner of the box a bit. So I did include a little bit of prints inside the box. As you can see, there is a little butterfly and a little sentence: to souls that speak to the moon and stars. Alright, so that is a box. Underneath the box, you can also see a little star. Alright, so for the design of this box, you would wonder why I also print the inner. I also designed for the interior of the box. Is because I am someone who is very curious about design and everything. So I'd like to just like open every kind of box and see what is inside. And I think it would be a little bit fun to include a little bit of design inside the box for fun. And behind the box, I have a little bit of description about Moonchild Tarot. All right, now let's get to the cards and the book. So this is a 78 tarot cards and 12 zodiac sign cards. This is the back of the deck. Alright, so for the first batch of print, I only have like 25 prints ready for customer, and all of them ordered personally through friends and acquaintances and people who know me through the media. This is a book. Alright, so this book is also written and completely designed and drawn by me. Again, as I've said, except for the typeface. There's the contents, table contents, preface. I have written this both in Vietnamese and English for anyone who is overseas and wanted to have a print of this book, of this deck. Alright, so to me, Moonchild Tarot is a very, how to say, like, very special story. It talks about the inner world of Moonchild and also represent part of my story. And I wrote it in a way that it's a completed story from the beginning to the end. And if you know more, if you have followed me for some time, you would know that Moonchild, an unnamed child who been through the world alone and went through the city of monster, then be friend with a guy named the white monster, and then he led her to the world of Moonland, which is Moonchild Tarot, with the 78 cards represent 78 aspects of life that she has to go through. Alright, so in the end of the book, I also include some word of thanks for you guys, especially, and a little bit about myself. And this is a photo that was taken by my best friend. Alright, so that is the book, and it's pretty thick, I must say, more than 200 pages. Right, so let's go to the deck of cards. Today I would like to read for you guys a little bit about December and the beginning of it, and see how it goes, and see how the deck works, the energy of the story and the characters. Another thing that I want to mention is this deck will not be the only one that I created. I have planned for 5 other decks, including at least two more tarot decks and 2 more oracle decks, and I will release them during 2026 and 2027. And the stories of these decks will connect to one another very closely. All right. So for this pre-order batch, they don't have exactly the best quality that I wanted. The paper is great, but it's a little bit thinner than the common type of tarot paper. Is 300 GSM, and it's Eco Star White. It has kind of like a reflection of the light, like seeing it's a bit golden color. Alright, so as someone who has read tarot ever since 2012, so more than 10 years, I've been through a lot of decks as well, famous one and uncommon ones, and I must say that the paper quality is pretty good and easy to, for you to shuffle, to read, to spread. Alright, so let's read a bit about December, don't we? See how it works. Alright, let me fix the camera a little bit. Alright. Let's see, the month of December, we gonna pick out 7 cards. 7 cards for December. For December. Right. That was Libra. Alright. So how many cards do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll take the final card, like in the end of the deck. Alright, that's the moon. Alright, let's put them here. Let's see. I think I really love the quality of the colors from this print house. The print house that I work at is Pin and Print in Hanoi, and they're really nice people, and I really like working with them so far. Even though, like, there's been a bit of struggle of understanding between us because my limited experiences regarding printing. So here are the cards for December. If you feel like you resonate with the deck of cards that I created and with the energy of this reading in general, then I think that you'll find maybe a clear message for yourself. So, alright, the first card that fell out was Cancer. Cancer. The second one is Four of Eyes or Four of Coins. The next one is 10 of Hands or 10 of Wands. The next one is 9 of Hearts or 9 of Cups. This is Libra, Judgment, 7 of Hearts or 7 of Cups, and finally the Moon. Alright, so let's see. I will divide them into, oh, actually I picked out 8 cards. Alright, so let's divide them into 2 parts. So the first part seemed to talk a lot about, a little bit of difficulties in here. So I would like to talk about 10 of Hands first. So 10 of Hands is a card that talks about burdens, about the feeling of burden, and everything is so difficult and heavy right now, and you cannot carry further burden for yourself. Maybe your work is too stressful and everything is like just crazy, and you feel like the weight of responsibility on your shoulder is too much, and it's time to lessen it by maybe share it with others or just let go. But the next difficulty that I find in connection with 10 of Hands is Four of Eyes. It talks about the fact that you just want to close and shut yourself down within your realm, your world, and you don't want to share it with anyone. You don't want to talk about it. You just want to protect your own kingdom, protect your own treasure within yourself. And it's a hard thing to do, because like when your burden is too much and you decide to just shut yourself in, I mean, it's a very natural reaction, but at the same time, it will only make things maybe more difficult for you at the current time. But in another note, it's not too bad to do that. So Cancerian and Knight of Hearts are closely connected. First, they are both Moonchild. This is the only card that has Moonchild, represent as, she's a Cancerian because she's like closely related to the moon. And Knight of Hearts or Knight of Cups talk about being reserved, just like Cancerian. They are real reserved and shy people, just people who reserve their feeling and thinking within themselves and find the joy within themselves and things that they do on their own. So I think, yeah, possibly maybe you are going through a tough time and you are bit by bit closing off to the world a bit and finding the joy within yourself, which is not a bad thing because the next cards that talk about the current time being December is Libra. Libra represent balance. It talks about balance, being balanced, completely balanced on all sides of things. And we have judgment as well. Judgment is also about, like um, how you see things on scale and what is more of the priority right now, what is more important, what is the right choice. And also, and in here, after through a certain, maybe after, like closing yourself off a little bit, you come back to the balance, the necessary balance. Possibly that is when, after judgment, and you decide on what is, the right choice for yourself, what is necessary, you will follow your heart, which is technically Seven of Hearts or Seven of Cups in Moonchild Tarot deck. It talks about, following your true passion among all of the noises in the world. You figure out what is truly, your heart desire, and the moon is closely related to that because the moon talks about, dreams and passion in this deck. All right, so I think uh, during this time, one of my advice for you, after reading about this deck, if you feel resonate with, this reading, possibly just spend time to, you know, relax and, just go back to your, like realm and protect it and protect your feeling, protect your energy, and maybe find the joy within yourself, just like Nine of Hearts. And actually, Nine of Hearts is a card of joy. It's not a card that is about shutting down alone. It's not about shutting down. It's more like about open yourself to the world, your inner world, and find the joy within it. So I think the months follow that, according to this reading, is all about, reservations, and just protecting yourself and energy and healing. A lot about healing, rebalancing. All right, so that is my reading for December, and I hope you like it. I hope you feel like, you find something, like helpful and something that resonates with you. And um, yeah, overall, you can see through my reading that's the energy of this deck is about your inner self. Every, step that follow, things that happen, is pretty much closely connected to your choices, your inner self, your decision that made through yourself alone. And it's about, reflections, self-reflections, and thinking about what you have done, what you could have done better, what you can do better. All right, so um, that's it for today, and I hope that you like the reading. I hope that you like the decks that I have created, and if you have any things that you want to ask me, you can, send me email. And if you want to order this deck in the near future, please email me. I will always be open and answer as soon as possible. All right, so thank you, and I hope to see you again in the near future in um, other videos, and see you.